Hey, what's going on? Travis coming at you here, trainaggressive.com. Wanted to go over a couple different variations of banded pulls and pushes from the split stance position. All right, so we can also get this done with a cable column or a free motion machine, which ideally I honestly like a free motion machine better, but bands are great as well because we can really work that power. And as you pull that band out, the tension gets more. Whereas like a cable column, the tension is constantly the same. A band is a little bit different, so it works the core a little bit differently as well. So to go over this variation, for a press in a split stance, all right, so rule is whenever we get set up here, so if I'm going to press with my right arm, my right leg is going to be back, my left leg is going to be in front. So what we want to do, number one, we want to start in a position where I step away. When I'm in the back position here of the press, there's tension in the band. So in other words, I don't want to start so close to the band, there's no tension here. I always want tension in the band. So when I'm set up, slight bend in the knees, if I was just going to do a straight stance press, locking the core in, driving everything out right there. When I come back in, you want to make sure that elbow is always tight to the body. So we're not like out here. We're always nice and tight to the body, keeping that shoulder in a good position. So from here, once I step out, I get good position. I'm going to slightly step up with the left leg, step back with the right leg. So I'm in a split stance, and I'm going to drop down into that position. So I want to have a good 90-degree angle in both knees, okay? So I don't want to be too locked out here. Drop down into a lunge. I'm hovering above the ground. Engage the core. Get everything set. Elbow kind of up. Boom. Driving straight out. Coming back under control. So when we're thinking about this variation, we're trying to work power and strength. So we're maintaining a solid position in that split stance. And as I press out, I don't want it to be a leisurely press, right? I want to think about accelerating through that press. I'm trying to punch through a brick wall, right? We're not going to be able to get that done slow. So everything's locked in. Breathe into the belly. Punch. Might get a little bit of a rotation in there. That's totally cool. Want to make sure that elbow's up even with the hand. Okay, so in other words, if I'm down here, I'm not going to be able to get that force behind that press. All right? And another thing I forgot to mention is when we set up the band, obviously you want to set the band up to about the same height as your shoulder is going to be for the press. So if the band was way up here and we're trying to press straight forward, not going to work out very well. Okay? So to switch things up, to go with the row, essentially everything is the same. So if I'm rowing with my left hand, my left leg's going to be back, right leg's going to be up. So I want to step away, arm fully extended to get the positioning here. Because again, I want constant tension on the band. So if I was too close, it wouldn't work out very well. So with this, what I like to do is reach my hand through the band and then grab the band. I'll have the band, I'll go ahead and step back. I'll go into my lunge position. So again, I'm nice and tall with the chest. I'm not letting that band pull me forward. And I'm simply going to breathe into the belly. Right there. So we're driving that elbow back straight through a window if it was behind us, right? Boom. And then we're coming back under control. Pause for a second. Make sure we get a good reach with the arm. And then drive back. Make sure with this, we're never releasing tension in our shoulder blades. So in other words, that band's not fully pulling our arm forward. We want to have those shoulder blades back and active the whole time. Boom, right there. So those are maintaining good position with the shoulders. We're not rounding out. We're not losing that position with the core. So this is going to help develop that core, help us stay in a good position. So that is your split stance press and row variation with our bands. And essentially it worked the same way with a cable column as well.